Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. And today we have another universe video. Seems like you guys really enjoyed the previous, I think it was star comparison. Today we have how the universe is way bigger than you think. So it's gonna be an awesome video. I already know it. I mean, I haven't watched it. So let's give it a go. Let's see what do they have to present us in this video.
You live here on this planet somewhere, and everything that you've ever known is located right here. But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor,
satellite.
the moon.
Alright.
You may think that the moon is very close to Earth since it dominates our night skies, but in reality the moon isn't this close to our planet, it's actually about this far away, 384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance, and if you somehow were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance.
Whoa, this is actually insane. I mean, what a distance. I mean, the moon and the sun looks like the same size, but the thing is that the sun is like 300 times bigger than the moon is 300 times closer to the Earth. So that creates this illusion that they're the same size and brightness and stuff, but okay, let's give it a go.
Despite this incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the furthest away that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth, and one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would look like from there if you were standing there with them, and
it looks so close. I mean, it just looks so close that you could cross it with the bridge, but indeed it is, man, 30 days planets to get to the moon. Insane, my man.
If you wanted to communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them, since that's how fast the speed of light can travel at.
Damn.
This is a photo that was taken on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface. On average, Mars is an incredible 225 million kilometers away from Earth, but that distance can be as high as 401 million kilometers. That means that whenever humanity finally gets around to landing a human on the planet, that person will be 986 times further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed on the moon. In addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction, which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency impossible.
As it is like
when we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth. It is currently located 138 AUs from the Earth, AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is. At some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around and took this photograph. It may not look like... Okay, this photograph tells like millions words. So this is supposed to be like all this, let's call it space universe, and this time that I'm assuming that it is our solar system, maybe. Much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken in all of human history. This tiny, pale blue dot is Earth, and I don't think that anybody has ever said something as amazing about this as Carl Sagan when he said, "If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and every forager."
Yeah, like every whole history and whole presence is on that tiny little dot that is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, guys, this proves that we can't be the only one living. I mean, yeah, we can't be the only living creatures in the universe, because if this satellite took this picture and we're that tiny little dot, then there has to be some sort of life somewhere where they're considering themselves as a small tiny little dot. And it just feels amazing. It is amazing, actually, when you think about it. I mean, everything you've ever known, all these wars, religions, as he said, They're all here, all home, all that tiny little dot, which is really insane.
Every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations,
Hitler.
Every king and every peasant, every young couple in love, every hopeful child, every mother and every father, every inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of...
It's so weird. Let's say that our whole universe is located on the Earth, on that tiny little dot. Then when you think about it, how empty is the universe actually? I mean, for you to travel from the Earth to Moon, it's taking like 40 Earths, which is further distance. But if you wanted to take a walk to the Mars, it would take even further. I mean, they're so rarely positioned, so it will take you so much time to go to one another, and it just feels so weird. And be glad that you're living on this planet in this exact moment.
Of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Voyager 1 is currently traveling at 17 kilometers every single second, but even at that speed, it won't break out of the reach of our solar system for another 30,000 years. Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here we shift to the light-year unit of measurement, which is the distance that light travels in a full Earth year, or about 9.461 trillion kilometers.
Alright. This is direction of the sun's motion, Alpha Centauri, okay, Sirius, Gem Hour, okay, local cloud sun, and we're here somewhere, oh yeah, okay.
The star Proxima Centauri here is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.20...
But dude, imagine if this is the Earth. I think it is. Look at the distance, and look at this, dude. Like, this distance is almost same as this one, so it's really amazing.
Away from us. To put that into perspective, if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it. In other words, if you drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there, and it wouldn't even exist still when you arrived. When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here. This yellow dot is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history, which means that any possible aliens who live outside of this range are totally unaware of humanity's presence.
Yeah. Oh my god. So this is Milky Way. And there can be potential life on the other, let's say, planets right here. And we don't even know that, because the sun from here is located here. This paints a whole picture of how big the universe actually is, and how we're never gonna get all the answers so far on our questions.
It's complete silence outside of this yellow dot as far as we are currently aware, but the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end. There are over 100 billion stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy. But you have never seen the full glory of the galaxy at night, because 99% of the stars that you can see with the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But even this massive galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there.
So this is where it gets interesting. This whole galaxy is everything we've ever known. And this tiny little square is the Earth, the solar system, everything that we know and everything where we are, right? So if you were to take this thing as a circle, so let's zoom it out a little bit. To get a whole picture how big the universe actually is. Let's go.
Zooming out even further, and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54 different galaxies that is about 10 million light years across. But zooming out even further, and we can see the Virgo Supercluster, of which the local group here is just a tiny segment.
Bruh! Bruh, each dot is one galaxy. Ugh. What the fuck is here? What is this? Okay guys, I'm now convinced that there is another sort of life somewhere here. It has to be, I mean... I don't know, it just feels weird and whoa. We're glad that we know these informations. I mean, look here. There's about 15 of these dots, which represent 15 galaxies. Imagine this. Imagine counting this one. Bruh, I really don't know. This is really insane. I mean, I could watch this video, this particular picture for as long as you want.
2 hours later.
Is
he gonna zoom it out a little bit more?
At least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here, and the distance from one side to the other is a mind-numbing 110 million light years. But even the massive Virgo Supercluster is nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the great 𝐅𝐨𝐥𝐿𝐴 Supercluster, an enormous structure that is home to our galaxy as well as 100,000 other galaxies.
What? Mate, there's 100,000 galaxies here. Do you have that feeling that you just wanna explore it all by yourself? Because I have that feeling. I really want to explore everything, but of course we cannot. I've read some comment on some photo about the universe. It says that we are too late to explore the Earth and too early to explore the space, which is 100% correct. I mean, of course, the Earth is not 100% explored. Again, we know about 5% of all the oceans, but it's too late to explore it because all the continents have been discovered and everything's been found, all the countries, everything, but we're born too early to explore the space, which is sad. I mean, there's a bunch of people who want to know answers about the universe, and I mean, some of them we're never gonna get. That's the truth. But me myself, I would personally like to get so many answers, which are unavailable right now. So we're hoping that in the near future we're gonna have some sort of more informations. Let's go.
The distance from one side to the other is 520 million light years, but from even there we can zoom out all the way to the entire observable universe and see that even the
How did they know that? I mean, of course, this is possibility that we're a tiny dot right somewhere there, and this is the whole universe. But how do they know that? This is like, they're assuming that it looks like this, but it actually could indeed look like this, because as you know, the universe is expanding every single second, so there could be a potential life like somewhere there, and yeah, dude, this looks amazing.
𝐅𝐨𝐿𝐴 Supercluster is just a tiny and insignificant part of everything. This is the observable universe, and
this is just the observable universe. Keep in mind, this is observable
everything
universe.
That we know of. It is home to at least 2 trillion different and individual galaxies, which together contain more stars than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. The distance from Earth to any side of the observable universe is 46.5 billion light years,
How do we know
which
that?
means that the entire width is 93 billion light years across. What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe.
Correct. This is just the observable universe. This is the universe we know about. Imagine the like expanding from here, expanding every single second. So
keep in mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is vastly larger and more fantastic than we can possibly ever imagine. We simply don't know what else is out there, because the light from these incredibly distant places has not yet had enough time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth. And the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time, reach Earth.
Correct.
Meaning that even if humanity is eternal and exists forever, there will still be an unknown number of places in the universe that we will never know about.
Of course,
ever.
You can never know about the thing that is expanding like through infinity. So I mean,
see. So, it is very likely that as unbelievably enormous as it seems, the observable universe is just a tiny slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after the Big Bang, and with the assumption that the size of the universe before inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest that at the present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the observable universe. That number for reference looks like this, with this many zeros. Let this number sink in for just a moment. This would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the former planet of Pluto. Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto.
Shut up. No, this video, mate, guys, do you have that strong feeling that you really want to discover, really want to know how big it actually is right now? Because I do, I really do. I want to, oh, mate. I'm just so, I don't know. I want to explore it. I want to know it. I'm curious. I don't know. It just feels sad. Because we were definitely born too early to explore the universe. That's correct. And this is actually really insane. I have no words more. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, let's take it as your knowledge of everything about the universe is here. It's gonna be just a tiny little dot on the scale of the universe. So this, guys, this is just insane.
But we inside the light bulb were totally unaware that Pluto existed outside of it, and that's a similar situation to this. We are all so unbelievably small, but you shouldn't worry, because all that means is that there is so much left out there for us to discover together.
But the thing is, this generation will never have a chance to discover it. I mean, Elon Musk is traveling to the Mars, dude. How are we gonna... When will we have a chance to discover furthest planets? If it took us this many years to travel to the Mars, I mean, technology is just really growing, so it is possibility, but I don't think in our lifetime we're gonna just go to the Mars and that's about it. So I'm not really sure that we're gonna explore. Could be. I can't tell for sure. But I know one thing. I'm really curious. The same as you guys. This is it. This is apparently it. This is the end of the video. Man, I have so many questions to ask. Guys, if you have any question, just feel free to leave it a comment to discuss about it. This is just one big topic. And, mate, I don't even know what to say anymore. This feels amazing. To be alive at this exact moment, in the middle of nowhere. As he said at the beginning of the video, let's say if you take this as you have to do today's work, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have to do stuff. But as you think for a second, what are you? A tiny small little dot in the middle of nowhere? And this whole system that you have to go to work to do, to learn, this all created by itself, by humans, and all the values, all the money, it has all being created by humans. So if you think about it, what is waiting for us in the further distance, then, mate, just feels amazing. As I was saying, if you take it as you have to go to work, you have to go to study and stuff, and as you think for a second, why though? You don't even need to do that. I mean, you have to survive, but you're just tiny little dot. You're nobody. You're just one person amongst 7.5 billion others who are doing the same exact thing on this tiny little dot. Whole Earth is in a hurry, and there has been a lot of wars, racisms and stuff, but is it necessary? Is it really necessary when you think about it this way? This video is really eye-opening, and it is leading you to ask the existential questions about the universe and how big it actually is and how lucky you are to live in this moment and watch this video. So if you're still with me here, just leave it a like, leave subscribe, guys. It would mean a lot to me. So if you have any future suggestions, as always, leave it in the comments and we can discuss about it. We can watch more videos and have fun. So I think you learned something new, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next video. Bye!